You are watching Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati.
Five games so far into the MTN Premier League, new campaign of the 2020-2021. And so far we talk about that. So far we've been privileged also to see some of the outstanding players for the month of November. A lot to talk about on today's show, Libhola Eswatini. Hello and welcome. Beautiful evening on this Thursday where we're counting down to the new year 2022. We'll also touch on the under-17 that are currently out of the Region 5 youth games. So we'll look at what happened, their journey, what was the cause. Should the country do something to try and improve the standard of the youngsters since they are the future of tomorrow? Otherwise, MTN Premier League that did continue in the midweek. There's a specific fixture that they will be talking about. That is the defending champions Royal Leopards against Manzini Wanderers. Sabelo Skalinziniza is the best player for the month of November. Does he deserve it? We'll get the comments and the reaction from our in-house analyst Linda Lamin. And all along, we'll be talking about what's happening in the current season of the MTN Premier League. So far, 5 games have been played. You can catch us on different platforms, be it YouTube, be it Eswatini TV app, in the comfort of your seat, wherever you are. He's already in the house. Anguvusele Ngosi.
Ngiyabonga Fabrice ngikuvusele ngekutithola lokukhulu ngusibalo wami ke wena.
Yes.
Sibalo emalangeni. Ngekutithola lokukhulu ngivusele eMaloyal Viewers ekhaya. Fabrice ngisavusela eMaloyal Viewers ekhaya.
Okay.
Yes, ngekutithola lokukhulu ngivusele eMaloyal Viewers ekhaya.
Anguvusele Ngosi. Now, Lamin, it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
We're going down to the new year. But would one say, before maybe we get into the things of the day, have you been impressed with the new campaign of the MTN season?
Oh yeah Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi nawubuka lama results la from qala yona isizini lensha sabona first game Sipets versus Manzini Wanderers sabona amagoli ashaywa Sipets winner ma surprises lokho ukuthi ma surprises wabonile sabona Young Buffaloes ngakhona kuwina first 3 games mbabona Solos ngakhona kuwina first 2 games Royal Leopards hamba cishe onke lama games wawina up until igame yekugcina lapho bayidrawile naManzini Wanderers imbabona Highlanders nayo cishe ibe nama games lamahle idrawing igame sabelo Skalinzinisa lo bothi uthole play of the month ashaya ama goal 7 goals Muzi Thabetse 6 goals Junior Makagula lebekacabanga lomunye ukuthi bekanga dispoweka kunakulokwendeka last season ukuthi angatholi play of the year award but ubuyile this season usefomini ngicabanga ukuthi ngi-impressed overall performances yawo onke lama teams nalokuthi ke Fabrice nawubuka nje ngingasho kancane ukuthi nawubuka lama teams ngendlela adlala ngayo akusho ukuthi akabi ne pre-season because i-pre-season imcwa kakhulu inqumbi yabo akabi ne pre-season leyanele ukuthi bangadlala kahle.
Wow. I was just giving you a clip of what we have in store for you. Lamin is in the house. A lot has been researched. A lot has been, overviewed to make sure that you get the best details. Now, let's start with the young ones, should we? The under-17 team that was in Lesotho for the Region 5 youth games. Sebapumile Master, after being knocked out by Angola, 3-0 in their semi-finals against Angola. Master, we did talk to Patrice Msibi on Monday, who's in Lesotho, and he did say that he noted fatigue from them playing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, almost every day. I mean, if you look at their game against Angola, how they considered, but to you, to what you've done as a research and everything, was it fair the way they play their games, Ulanzelan, or on our side, Nazi? Contribute to we didn't get them ready. They were not ready.
Fabrice angeke sikhulume ngekuba ready ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambe lokudlala yase siyadlala Sunday lengicabanga ukuthi lapho mhlawumbe but isikhathi banikiwe babe secondini isikhathi lesithi ngicabanga ukuthi for the first time in about 5 years to 6 years ema under 17 abe nesikhathi lesithi kangaka asekempini so ngicabanga ukuthi kude complain ukuthi isikhathi ngicabanga ukuthi i-technical team kumele yona ibe nema answers kule performance
what's your reflection to the colors they addressed? Because are these the colors? Maybe not to point fingers. Are these the colors?
Yo blue lona ngilo blue lona ngilo blue letsingekako lo blue mbamba
noma kulo black letsingekako lo
no lo blue in fact
black feature shako because
black kukhona ku flag leave yes so ngicabanga ukuthi kude mhlambe lesingakhala ngakho lo blue lona ngicabanga ukuthi sports council saveta about 3 years ago ukuthi lo blue lona kumele kusebenzele yena hayi lo blue lo topele
ucwangu sihlawu national team
ungayilapho but lo fanele ngabe vele uyagcoka kumelela emakhethelo yes
so they're in the right colors of the national team
right colors and now buka even nalama players ba under 17 this time around isambise badla excuse me sambise badlali laba deserve ukuthi babe kuma under 17 uyakhumbula ukuthi khosafa lephelile kunesajikiso kuthiwa kunebadlali laba ngaqualify ukuthi bangadlala under 17 but ngicabanga le squad lesi involetsine lesiyenda nyalo ukuthi le squad singahliphido because sebayitholile exposure bahambile badlala emazone 5 games ababenza wonye for isikhathi lesithi but akuma 20 itawukhona ukuthi lo graduate kwabo kungabe sesekushiyelana igaba letinkulu kakhulu.
Look at the way we're conceding, Master. These are maybe mistakes that should be corrected in the near future, or we're just lacking something?
I still don't understand how Emma teams a coach Sabelo Mnisi because he was a defender. He used to play for Mdlambayati Rovers. Very good defender but ngicabanga ukuthi ema teams akhe abanenkinga mhlambe kumisa i-defense siyabuka ukuthi kulama 17 nawubuka ukuthi lama goal lashayiwe the first 2 goals kube ma cross ba 5 cuts boxing bakhanza i-defense ingathi position kahle so ngicabanga ukuthi Dinvolet bayafunza nalama under 17 afunza but as a coach lo idlalile ibhola kumele ukuthi the players aye kulama games lawa sika understand ukuthi udefender kanjani emakhona isida uyamen marker or uyazona zonal marking izonal marking hlale ngibatshela ilikhulu kakhulu ihlula ema teams aseNgilandi so ngicabanga ukuthi le man marking ngiyo lesebentako.
They have it. There's a lot to be done by this young generation of the under 17. Can we rely that the Football Association will do something to make sure that they prosper in the future? Now, in the company of their coach, Sabelo Mnisi, what's the reaction after that defeat, together with the captain? Listen to Sabelo Mnisi.
Badlalile although lesiko sibe setulu kakhulu but nje badlalile kule ndlela lezidlala ngayo nawubuka ukuthi sikake sathola irest nalama players ezama lokwashintsha but vele fatigue babambile nawubuka siqale kahle le game kwase khanzakala ukuthi nasa kuya ngokugcina lama masela kwase baqala vele sibabheka down
ile sifake konke amandla esingafaka but nje nawubuka indlela udlalwa ngayo lana sine nje solo safika solo siyadlala sikaye saphumula ke phela amava yaphumula ngakhala ngekugcina kulaba bafana labanye nami ngifake ngiko nje angigula kube ngathi namhla vele bengeduku wethu kanti indlela udlalwa ngayo ihlulile.
Now, that's the coach Sabelo Mnisi. We are moving, Master. Are you buying in what he's saying?
Fabrice it's inakuza ka coaching ema players la under 15 in fact kumele kube under 17 labadlali akumele bangakhali ngekugcino kakhulu hayi ukuthi abagcino no but because basesebancane bona ithi lena khuza ithi le banika isikhathi lesiningi sekudlala sho sibona bangadlala ema hour lacishe amaningi dani umove lona 25 26 27 but having said that asikhumbulo ukuthi this siku national level la so ngicabanga ukuthi nalapho kugcina ukuthi the players ba adjusteke psychologically bathinga ukuthi ubalaphe uyabona ubatshela ukuthi sesikuphi inyalo and vele le fatigue itakubamba because badlala abana 17 ngihlale ngisho ukuthi overseas labadlali laba basose badlala ku Champions League sikhuluma ukuthi Mbappe wawina World Cup na 18 so ngicabanga ukuthi even nalama players lawa kugcina ukuthi understand ukuthi once wangena eteamini wasign eteamini utawuhamba uyodlala eAfrica ugcina ukuthi travel from here to Algeria. Now suka la uye Algeria uhambi straight to Algeria. Utawusuka uye Ethiopia usuye Qatar. Ubuye eMorocco ngkhasi ubuye Algeria. So le distance and nalokudlala ufike uthi usaphumula usuyahamba uyodlala. Phindze ubuye udlala second leg. So ngicabanga ukuthi tonke letinvo leto kudzinga ukuthi bat understand at an early age. Nyalo nje kwenteke kahle lo sibadlale Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But to understand ukuthi kusho kuthini kumele la live.
They have it. Take it from someone who is well educated as a coach by profession. Being in the studio, he has what it takes to tell us what it means for someone to go all the way and play 5 games in a row. A short break. When we come back, we'll discuss the MTN Premier League. The biggest fixture of the midweek was Manzindo Wanderers against defending champions Royal Leopards. After the break.
Brains on the Go Season 10 is back on your screens with a new presenter and a new host. This season, the quiz show is in the Libhola region where we will meet 15 students from 15 different schools. Join us every Thursday at 6 p.m. and find out who will be the actual winner.
I do the most.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store. We're good together.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Pay your TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007 *3 hash and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Since the kick of the season, defending champions Royal Leopard had not dropped points until this midweek on Tuesday when they face Nyanga Hlophe's Manzindo Wanderers in Hlangano. A game I would say, Masa Singasho would see too many expectations were there. First 4 games, Leopard, 12 points out of 12. But Dibane Manzindo Wanderers in Hlangano, story changes. So we look at the games he discussed. But to you, through your experience, the fixture, when you understood it in mind, Mbutile Edwin Matsebura was this the biggest test since the season? What's not really, but they knew would see but a defensive team. Before the fixture, Bona going would see the outcome but not.
If a president now to yabuga ngikabansi kulama games eqala eManzindo Wanderers his first game baba outclassed by yona iManzindo Seabirds, but ngicabanga ukuthi ku onke lama games lamanye le shape uboyibona from mid defense bobona nangabe ba defender ngalo 4 la ku midfield nangabe badlalisa 4 nakhona badlalisa 4 lephambili nangabe badlalisa 1-1 uyabona in le transition bobona ukuthi nangabe baloze ibhola sebabuya batomaka even ba attacker. So ngicabanga ukuthi kutakule game le Royal Leopard vele bengagazi mina ukuthi Royal Leopard ingakhona ukuthi noma ingawina kalula kuManzindo Wanderers. Nawubuka ukuthi beyihlasela iyona iManzindo Wanderers iwafaka lamabhola ekhathe boxini. Yes, even Royal Leopard iwatholile ama chance yalhala pali kanengi. So ngicabanga ukuthi look at that.
It was not his day, Junior Makako.
In fact udlalile bekushota nje ilaka. Sometimes basebholeni uyayidzinga leyo luck.
Take me through this, master. What was this built up from
Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi le composure. In fact ke Fabrice lokube sesekamshaya ke junior la ma basics. Athi ke la ma basics naso lapha because le English say uyabona say awkward kancane sekudzinga ukuthi wena nangabe u decide hamba ngalo left hamba kufa post because kulukhuni ukuthi goalkeeper la kuniye post vele ngeke uzumshaya goalkeeper hamba kufa post uyokhona ukuthi ushaya igoli.
Take me through this, Master. I think maybe for me, we look at Manzini Wanderers, maybe some of the things also they did. But before we do that, this combination, the likes of Manyov and
but ke Fabrice, sorry cut.
Yes.
Nawubuka iRoyal Leopard ngendlela lidlala ngayo this season. Berry ubuyile and nawubuka Berry akusiyo nyalo lomdlali lotawudlala ukuthi ufaceane nelipala isikhathi lesinenge. Udlala aflathelele ilipala, usho ukuthi udlalisa lama players la around yena, lama midfielders labadlala nawo. Uyabona, when look at that. That's him.
Yes.
Aholda ibhola aphasela abadlali acela ngicabanga ukuthi so le style of play sesishintshile kuye because you have to understand ukuthi he's no longer young.
Buka, he's facing behind the goalkeeper, so which means he's making others play.
Ufuna kona in fact nyalo coach Edwin Matsebula usho kona junior nje ngicabanga ukuthi is a good example ukuthi bo number 10 udzinga ukuthi badlale kanjani ema players la njenga Berry because utakholdela lo mumvu bese soyakufakela le ball.
Was this a penalty, Master? We'll take another chance in a slow motion. I think to me at some point I was thinking maybe a red card decision should have been awarded, something should have been done. Look at this player where he is and what
ungaphandle kwe18.
Yes.
Ungaphandle bekuyifoul lebe ihamba ne red card.
Behamba nge red card.
Bekumele ukuthi kube yifoul. Ihamba ne red card because
if we stop here, was he the last man? He's outside, but was he the last man? It's tough to call.
Yeah, ilkhun but ngicabanga ukuthi okay, ang-reverse le red card.
Ibe yellow card.
Yeah.
Look at this, Master. Look at this.
Akusi red card.
Akusi red
card.
Because he's not the last man. There was a player still to come.
Abetawufika amkhanzi but ngicabanga ukuthi bekumele ukuthi Rafaela ayinike i-foul ne-yellow card.
All right, on the day, of course, the defending champions did what they do best. Look at the likes of Manyevo on the day. Now, he did say, as we look at some of the highlights, he did say, Edwin Matsebula, that he's happy with what the boys did and creating chances. Do you think maybe at some point Thabiso Mokoenga should maybe start the game? Look at another wasted chances by Manzini Wanderers. Do you think Thabiso should start this game since at some point he's clinical for Royal Leopard?
Yeah, ngicabanga ukuthi Fabrice kodwa ke ngalendlela labadlala ngayo unga understand ukuthi why coach angamdlalisi because bafuna nyalo the midfielders akore emagoli more than babene party Royal Leopard kule game le kakhulu about 3 or 4 times bashaya pale so ngicabanga ukuthi bebayidzinga le luck but for Manzini Wanderers Manzini Wanderers Fabrice ngiyangithi once wa defender more especially I corner kick u defender sobukela ipali lakho is suicide because uthi lo mlolo emva kwakho umnika I chance ukuthi yena akore ngicabanga ukuthi baphose bathi another chance huge chance from yona I Royal Leopard unfortunately bashaya pali.
Unfortunately, it wasn't their end. Of course, if you look at the build-up, it's the way they build up from the middle, from the likes of Mains and everyone, and they know where Junior Magagula is supposed to be. Look where he is. He looks to be alone until Palmer comes in trying to stop that ball, but he failed to meet the target.
But again, look, asobukele lama spaces. If bayifakile le bhola ngala ngento asingala, labe kumele khona kube na left back eManzini Wanderers.
Yes.
Ngicabanga ukuthi nalapho bekutaba disaster because belita ungena legoal. Ngicabanga ukuthi nakhona solo bayafunza Fabrice the team yisha. Coach uyihlanganisile i team eManzini Wanderers. Uyihlanganisile last season I team. But yabhidlika I-team ngalokuthi Manzini Wanderers ayikhona ukugcina abadlali ayikhona ukukholela abadlali ayikhona ukunegotiate ama-contract so ngicabanga ukuthi bamthwesa umthwalo lolukhulu kakhulu yena Nyanga Hlophe.
And Nyanga Hlophe to speaking to us of course after the game he did say that nawubuka le ndlela igame ihambe ngayo a draw to him Master was like a win. Knowing ukuthi udlale Leopard.
Besides ukuthi kufakile ngqondweni ukuthi badlala neRoyal Leopard but lama chances iRoyal Leopard lewatholile abe maningi than iManzini Wanderers nawubuka ngendlela ekushaya ngayo lipali 4 times ikushaya lipali so ngicabanga ukuthi vele iManzini Wanderers happy ngale draw more than iRoyal Leopard.
They have it. That is Nyanga Hlophe, the head coach of Manzini Wanderers, together with Edwin Matsebula. What's their reaction after the game?
Ngokuthi idraw leopard indlela enkulu kimi ngoba kufanele ngingabe ambitious fanele ngibukele ukuthi ngisuka so ngicela into lengayisho ukuthi fanele bangasiva inhloko bacanga ukuthi befikile ukuthi we can do better than this sketch phela.
Are you getting the right combination, coach, now with the team?
Yo, ngiyayithola ngoba yena so ukhipha umuntu ufakele omunye umuntu yabona sengithembile nangaphandle noma kungakalo namhla but nje nawufaka uyafaka umuntu awusebenza.
Coach, would you say this was your maybe biggest test kusukela last season?
I wouldn't say it was a test in this one because we were playing our normal game. We created chances. We only failed to score. Otherwise, they couldn't match us, especially when we were playing the ball on the ground.
Okay. So. He's a proud man. He has this confidence in his players, Edwin Matsebura. But on the day after maybe the golf record, I had a chat with him, and then he did credit a player like Palmer, Mandla Palmer, Manzini Wanderers. Master, this was his third game. Stambuga Mandla Palmer as a player at this point in time. Utsini ngai master. Kulo msebenzi la wendaga ku Manzini Wanderers.
Since alimala to 2018,
yes,
nabadlala ne-Agosto. Ku Confederations Cup mavuso ngicabanga ukuthi akaphinzi wabuyela efomini siyathi ukuthi kulukhuni kanganani mo especially naso over 30 ukuthi utawulimala ungumdlali phinze ubuye usheshe urecover kulukhuni kakhulu but kule season le ngicabanga ukuthi yena nyanga uyam understand because umcoachile even nakumbabane Swallows yena nyanga hlophe so ufikile nyalo kuye and uyathanza ke inyanga kusebenza nema defenders most of the time nomkhazi ejimini suke asebenza nema defenders so ngicabanga ukuthi uthole the right way kumtrainer angam overload kakhulu because umdlali osanema injuries noma lo hlushwe injury sikhathi lesithe kakhulu bese usam overload uba nendlela yakho so ngicabanga ukuthi kulama games lang 3 lawadlalile yena I remember the first game layidlala man of the match performances from yena Mandla Palmer emavuso against Babana Highlanders even against Royal Port udlalile nawubuka against lama teams lamakhulu usebenzisa experience ngicabanga ukuthi experience awuyithengi usebenzisa naku lokusuka ukutholile before and nale leadership quality the leadership qualities la nawe yena uyacommanda nakunaye egroundini utamove shout abadlali ababita asho kusivala la ngena la so ngicabanga ukuthi badlali abanjengaye Mandla Palmer uyabadzinga eteamini yakho
uyambuka nje amuva cuts groundini uthinza indzaba ye leadership quality. I think at some point bese uyambona commanding. He's not the captain but he did say that maybe playing CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation, look at the commanding, do this, do that. He knows that he came to fix some of Lama mistake defensively and bayamudzinga at this point in time.
Fabrisiga to eteamini in fact as a coach uyaye ube nabadlali bakho wathi ukuthi for me my team ngingaba na 5 abo captain then kutaba namunye lo tabo ugaba lelibhandi but lalabanye bo captain wendela in Fabrice ukuthi labadlali uyathi ukuthi ku dressing room if wena uncoach because badlali bangena kuqala dressing room ukhanza lama senior players asakwendele even as a training uyabona tikhona team lo msebenzi wakho bese balula kakhulu so for ema players la njengabo Mandla Palmer onaku ke lokunye bantu baye bakubute ukuthi unganika umdlali libhande lofikako ebholeni ithi ibhola once a player uba senior player noma ngikuphi la yakhona Mandla Palmer nje kuManzini Wanderers as a senior player because unale experience so ngicabanga ukuthi noma ngete kwabakhona captain uManzini Wanderers angalithatha libhani.
He has the leadership quality. Now he feels like he's back to his best, as we can see him happy in the field of play, and he has expressed his opinion on, of course, on what he feels he's done so far in 3 games. This is Mandla Palmer for you after the game against Royal Leopard.
Ngithathele lithuba ngibonge mina dlale kona ngeke ngithi sidlale kahle i-draw but for me personally ngisangakabuki ngisazama yabo I have to push hard ngize ngibuye kule form lengiyo lobo ngathi ngiyo but through teamwork ngawubuya sitawudlala because nawubonile yeah buta ubuka bokhona bobukela siyabambisana yabo so through communication understanding sitawudlala although ngiyafika igame yami yes3 but ngiyakhona lokuba organizer nabo bayangilalela nami ngibalalele ngicabanga ukuthi sawudlala sidlale kahle.
Ukuphalima kudlala eAfrica maybe isikhathi bodlala iswalo kwakusitha yini ukuthi ube nama quality yokusitha abadlali abancane.
Ngicabanga ukuthi kwangisitha kakhulu mina because I gain experience ngiyabuya ngiyasherisha nalama teammates ami. Going forward itasita sidlale kahle.
They have it. Malta Palmer, the key defender currently for Manzini Wanderers, and he has expressed his talent so far. He's saying that playing for Africa for the time he was playing for Mbabane Swallows, kumusitira kakuru kutsi gwanyalo asite iqembu lakhe the Manzini Wanderers. Now, Master, that is 5 games into the Premier League so far. Everyone has played 5 games.
Yeah.
The hope was that maybe Leopard was going to win the game. Then Wanderers put a stop on that. When we look at the log, there are 2 teams at the head, Bavane Highlanders, Bavane Highlanders, Royal Leopard. To you, is it a 2 horses race, or at the end maybe Nasa 12 games, 13 games, we might see the likes of Green Mamba, Young Buffaloes picking up, and Bavane Swallows?
Still a long way to go, Fabrice. But for in Bavane Highlanders, Royal Leopard ngicabanga batendela ifavor kuwina ema-games ekuqala because ekugcineni kuyayithona sekubalwa kakhulu ayasebenzela ama-point lawo. But ngifuna kufaka-ke Fabrice, kungenteka even nasekugcineni kweleague thola ukuthi sitibambene kanje because Fabrice lokuthi iMbabane Highlanders at the moment ibe ngetulo lokuthi ishaya amagoli amaningi kakhulu nawubuka ukuthi bashaye 15 amagoli ku5 games lokusho ukuthi bashaya per game noma ku 50 average nawubuka ngicabanga ukuthi bangetulu kwa percentage lefanele ebholeni. For a team njengembabana Highlanders vele kumele kwenteke kanje even nemagoli angenela ngakubo nawubuka ukuthi ingene 5 ngicabanga ukuthi kuyasentshethwa. Royal Leopard 2 kusentshethwa mbamba ke lapho i-defense yakhona ngicabanga ukuthi solid kakhulu but ema teams lala ngaphasi iDenver Sundays besingakagatsi ukuthi ingaba na 10 points bengakayibali mina kulesigaba lesi after 5 games bengibala mhlambe ukuthi itaba le bo number 8 9 10 but ngicabanga ukuthi bang surprises abankulu Kellis. Yes, na last season Fabrice after 5 games utawumangala ukuthi after 5 games bekleli Young Buffaloes Seabirds kwehle kanjalo but this season kunabo Thaba Nkulu Kellis ku top 4 so ngicabanga ukuthi imnanzi after 5 games but after 10 games kusuke sekuhlungwa umfana nenvota sibili kulama games lawo.
When you look at the table, we normally talk about the first round carrot of the winner of the first round after the first round has finished. Maybe at this point in time, Highlanders, they have played against Leopard, they have played against, they have played against Buffalo, they have played against Wanderers, they had to play Swallows, but they have actually done most of the things, played against Green Mamba. Do they stand a chance to win the first round?
Royal Leopard?
Yes. Mbabane
Highlanders. Ngicabanga ukuthi Fabrice i-team nyalo lene chance yekuyiwina le first round carrot iMbabane Highlanders. And ngishiso yini lo Mbabane Highlanders, if you have a reliable striker lo njengaSikhalo takushayela amagoli, then i-team yakho yathi ukuthi emagemini nakulukhuni kakhulu utakutholela. I-Royal Leopard ngicabanga ukuthi isadzinga lokuthola that one person lotawashaya lamagoli abe consistent ekushayeni lamagoli because 1 week Thabiso yakora, the other week Peru yakora, which is good but uyamdzinga lo move lokutasina kulukhuni bamba buka nje kule game yeManzini Wanderers but dzinga that one guy lotafika athole lelo goal lo 2 goals akwinele le game.
We have the games maybe towards the end of the season, the end of this December until the new year. But during the festive season, do you see maybe some of the teams, majority are thinking Young Buffaloes, Green Mamba could capitalize in some of the games. By the time we return sometime in January or February, they could be in the top 3. Is there a change? Is there a surprise? Have you ever seen a surprise like this, where Young Buffaloes could pick up where they are and find themselves in the top 3?
Ngicabanga itabuya Young Buffaloes, itawubuya bebesazama kwenta lishintsho nabo eteamini yabo. Itawubuya Green Mamba badlalile but kule performance against iMbabane Highlanders ngeweekend ngicabanga ukuthi yakhombisa ukuthi isengafiki lapho khona imele ifike khona iGreen Mamba. Lalamanye ama teams Manzini Wanderers sishilo ngathi kancane inyanga uyayakha le team Mbabane Swallows naye coach Enini after le game yesibhezi lengayibukela enhlangano baqala badlala a different style of play sa coach which is ngilama long balls, but wasesoyabuya second half ngicabanga ukuthi wabe sesosebenzisa lokwakhe lokwabe sekuyasebenza wabafaka naboPupu bayidlala le ball ngicabanga ukuthi if batawuchubeka bente kanjalo batawukhona nabo ukuthi ba compete lalamanye ama teams njengoba ngishilo ngase Denver Sundowns nabo kula game wayiqala Dombo igame wakora futhi licabanga ukuthi yena coach big guy uyamrepage uyambadala lokumethemba kwakhe kule team.
They have it now. So far, 5 games have been played, and we have to believe that every month when there is games played, there is an award that goes to the player of the month. Now, this show, rather say this station specifically, including himself mostly, Linda Dlamini, did a bit of, should I say, counted as list to look at the top 3 of the players that deserve to be the player of the month. We take a short break. When we come back, we discuss those top 3, including today's winner, who eventually won the award for the month of November. After the break.
Your favorite music show is back. We're bringing you the hottest music videos and live studio interviews with your favorite celebrities. We're giving you a front row seat to the latest fashion trends as well as your weekend gig guide. Join us live on social media and call in to send in your shout-outs. Catch This Weekend Eswatini every Friday at 5:30 p.m. live on Eswatini TV.
Ngabukela ke washa umkhukhu every Sunday at 3 p.m.
Still with you, of course, this is Libhola Eswatini coming to you live every Thursday from 9 p.m. and catch the repeat the next day, Friday, from 8 in the morning, where we talk about local football, what's happening in our football, what can we do to change what's happening, what can you do to correct the mistakes that have been made in the past. For now, the focus is the MTN Premier League, and for now, the focus is the player of the month. Now, the shortlist was for the 3 players being Junior Magagura of Royal Leopard, Mozitsabeze of Manzini Seabirds, and the eventual winner, Sabero Skadinsinisa. One by one, Master. We did touch on them before, but this is the right discussion.
Yeah.
Junior Magagula, I think, to me, he caught my attention since when Papic started saying that he's one of the best players and called him. The time Papic, he was using him for the national team. To you, Nambuga Junior Magagula, he played a very key role in last season for Leopard to win the league. To you, when did he caught your attention, and when do you see him lasting as one of the best players? As you look at him in the field of play.
You remind me of Papic, Fabrice. You were so close.
It was in the line of work, Master. Not the other close.
But if a coach like Papic, because Constantine Papic believe like badlala batawudlala ibhola, anga believe like umdlalo njenge Junior Magagula, then we understand ukuthi ukuthi kangalani lo mdlali. Ngicabanga ever since afikile ku Royal Leopard, in fact ever since afikile Edwin Mathebula, ufike wakhaceka wangena like glove lihlala esandleni, because the style of play sa Junior Magagula sihambelana exactly nale philosophy ya coach. And nawubuka ukuthi lo mdlali from Africa CAF Champions League baphuma nyalo say CAF Confederations Cup, but akakhombisa ama signs of fatigue. So ngicabanga ukuthi ujimile ujime kahle and uya understanda bahleli naye phasi bamkhulumisa and nawubuka ngalendlela look at le game yeMazini Wanderers nabayidlala lapha ubuke lama chances lawa createile sometimes uya create ama chances akhe athi create ama chances akhe so ngicabanga ukuthi you need ama players la njengabo Junior Makagula la ngeke aze sabe kuconza emadvodza asinyalo ngiyaconza ngivula sikhala la singekho khona uyabatsinga abadlali kanjena fa
siyambuka the behavior in the field of play yambona nje nama defenders amlanze to you master currently is he the best maybe playmaker in the field of play?
Oh yes Fabrice without a doubt
speed everything
in fact ukhuluma ngama-runs ukhuluma ngama-pass ukhuluma kudlalisa le team utakuthola ku Junior Makagula so ngicabanga ukuthi yena at the moment uyithwele i-team ye-Royal Leopard.
Maybe the exposure ku national team kumsithile kanganani because I think uyile ku CAF but the exposure to the national team
kumsithile but I was surprised ukuthi ku COSAFA akadlalanga. I was surprised kukutshela ke in fact nalendlela lebezidlala ngayo le COSAFA but not every player vele lo ngaba khona ku national team afike adlale so ngicabanga ukuthi kuye njoba ngishile ekucaleni ngasi kulokwendekile la season wonke umuntu wonke ama fans including us bahlati bebhola besikhuluma ukuthi kumele ngabe wayiwina i play of the year but akayiwinanga and lokho akamfaka emanti emadvolweni still uyakhona ukuthi aperforme uya understand ukuthi kahle kahle yena individual awards they are just awards nje ukuthi we are award ukuthi udlale kahle.
This is the chance you talked about how clinical it could be. Look at the shot and the target. That's beautiful.
Beautiful Fabrice, beautiful. In fact Fabrice ngihlale ngithi mina once wadlala ngelone striker lokusho ukuthi your number 10 kudzinga ukuthi ahlakaniphe. In fact your number 10 kumele kube ngilomdlalo otawathatha lama shots angala ngaphandle kwelibhokisi. Junior Makagula loyo
scoring goals as well.
Look at that Fabrice, look at that. The composure inside the 18 area ngicabanga ukuthi uyabatsinga ngisho kona ngithi a number 10 ku modern football utsinga number 10 lotawukora lotawukhona ukuthi assist lotawukhona nokwenda ema-runs Junior Makagula uyakwenda lokho
on his day master on his day to you how dangerous could he be to the defense and to the opponents on his day and umnike striker utasitshela yena ukuthi ngamnika striker okanjena kuphelele they can give you all the goals.
In fact Junior angadlala now yonke inhlobo ema strikers because uyakhona ukuthola that killer pass lokusho ukuthi a striker lesibelivela kuma drop balls uyadlala naye Junior Makagula again ma players la njengabo Perry because if now ungasuyabuka nje kuleli goal leli Fabrice le long ball kahle beyitargete Perry but I defense yeMalandi Chiefs yanaka ukuthi Perry akayithole le ball yase relax kanti Junior Makagula uhlakaniphile wayenda leyo run ekhasi boxini and the first touch ngicabanga ukuthi Bernardo Silva lo
they have it best analysis he can get in the land himself in Dlamini congratulating this playmaker of Royal Leopard Junior Makagula so far 3 goals in the season. You don't have to blame him. He's a midfielder so he's not a finisher so even 3 goals for his caliber one would say has done so much. Now let's move on to the third one because we're going to the first one. Okay, this was the third one. The second one now Musi Tsabets Manzini Sipets master. Yeah. We talked about him briefly last time during their game against Vovovo. A young man comes from the regions back in 2012, joined Sipets, he captains the team now. When does he caught your attention and what have you seen in this young man called Sabet?
Fabrice, I remember Sipets na Pronyota ka First Division yaka Premier League. Wadlala waba ngumdlalo ocamile washana amagoli amaningi kakhulu and ngaba nenhlanhla ukuthi ngibukele about 6 games akhe ku First Division. So ngathi I remember senda interview naye ngaleyo weekend leyo wabuya nakawina le play of the year award kukhona la kusho wathi sofile ka Premier League kukhona lafuna agcina akuwinile ka Premier League ngicabanga ukuthi this season ungathi utarget kona nawubuka ukuthi already 6 goals yena muzi so ngicabanga ukuthi uyadla in fact nawubuka ukuthi ku first game nabadlala naMazini Wanderers Mthozi scored 2 goals yena washaya linye and lo because lesinye isikhathi Fabrice uyamdzinga lo muntu lotawususa le attention la kuwe Mthokozisi uyayisusa i-attention kumuzi yet umuzi is very very dangerous because yena una le speed and uyakhona kufinish so ngicabanga ukuthi kumsite kakhulu ukuthi kube namthokozisi because namthokozisi already nayo ushaya 3 goals this season so kususa lo mthwalo lamahlombe akhe emuzi
ngiyengithanza kubuka ibehavior yomdlali ekhathe ground in master when he even doesn't have a ball. I think we saw it from Palmer to Junior. Now umbuka Tsabedze the armband kufanele ve leadership skills, the qualities, not selfish at some point even though sishito ukuthi how many goals he has, but when kufanele ukuthi ashayile goal shy, but otherwise akasumdlali singasho ukuthi uselfish. Leadership quality unawo.
Fabrice kunaligoli le labalishaya nabadlali nembabana solo zilasha ngumthokozisi bekumele ukuthi akore muzi but wabuyisa le ball lengihlale ngikusho ukuthi once wacondzana nelipaliso ngale ngentazi buyisa le ball la kule penalty spot kick utawukhona ukuthi lo mdlalo ochamuka la ngemuva ashaye so Muzi Thabetse ngicabanga ukuthi is not only a striker but ungilo mdlalo ophinza assist ungile striker losidzingako lesinale speed nje uma ngishilo ngathi u speed uma counter attacks because isibets labanenge babelieve ukuthi is a small club manje small club abelieve la kakhulu kuma counter attacks so uyadzinga ukuthi nawudlala counter attack kube na that one player lotawusala ngaphambili usina nishaya le bhola ifikele la kuye ayiholda khona noma agijime naye athathe on ema defenders bathi counter attack aphase noma agore that's Muzi Thabetse.
Now our in-house analyst Linda Dlamini continues to give us his top three that eventually, if I was to say that his prediction was on point because those 3 players, the actual winner was amongst those 3 players. Now, we talked about Junior Magagula from Royal Leopard, his involvement with the club. That was Muzi Thabetse, the involvement in the past 5 games for the month of November, involvement with Manzini Sibets. Now, let's look at the actual winner, the eventual winner. The driver and one would say the motivator, the plan, everything that Mbabane Highlanders is doing these days is behind this man. Sabiros Karinzen is a master. He was the eventual winner, walked away with the 6,000 Malangini. Asimbuge na master as a striker. Was made in Africa, what let for long. We know he has the qualities. At some point, I would see if na Junior Magagula in one team, what can you get? But let's
deadly combination.
Deadly combination.
Deadly.
But let's talk about him as a player because na the height, he's got the armband now. Yambona, he's got the armband. Look at the position wherever he is, he finishes. What does he tell you when he's as a striker?
Fabrice if utawubuka cishe emagoli akhe esikhali lawashayile kule season about 4 nangaphosisi nangikhumbula kahle washaya ngenhloko and sikhali cishe ngasho ukuthi complete striker is a complete striker because ukhuluma ngema aerial balls maheader uyawathola ukhulume ngema penalties ma penalties una 2 la shaya against yona iRangers nala shaya against iSundowns eKalanga so ngicabanga ukuthi unayo yonke le nto leyifunako naye ngikhuluma ukuthi ema runs uyawenda beautiful runs lawathola ko ekhatha boxing yenasikhali even nekuphasa against Green Mamba kaGorang but lokudlalisa lama ama strikers ngicabanga ukuthi ngiko lokukhuya kakhulu kule team uyithwele le team imbabana Highlanders iexperience yakhe seyiya counter ngiyakhumbula Fabrice ukuthi this player ngihlale ngisho ukuthi this player angaze ngambona umdlalo njengasikhali not only ekhasa grounding but remember ukuthi isikhali uhlale 1.5 year angadlala limele waphinze wabuya wahlala because asuspendiwe so almost
he's been through a lot
almost 3 years angamdlali isikhali but look at him in fact last season bekumele ukuthi if bekungekho phiko lwathatha irecord sikhali ngalo 18 goals wakhe beka matcha irecord yamasoye
ngivama sikulamana ukuthi balandzeli beKaizer Chiefs nangabe nika khama billiard nasikali bangathatha sikali
Fabrice this is not a joke last week nasisuka khona eKalanga yes ngathola message from one of my friends in South Africa
yes
after abone ukuthi sikhali unangakho magoli he was here nabadlala imbabona solo zidlala nePlatinum Stars ambukela kulo 4-2 so wangibuta ukuthi solo sikhali uyakora ngathi mina yes is back in fact inyalo so more sharper than before. So ngicabanga ukuthi in fact now uyabuka kulama season lawadlalile lakhaya angikhumbula isizini iphela angamshayi more than 10 goals.
Now, he was the eventual winner of the best player for the month of November. He walked away with an amount of 6,000 Malangeni, while for the National First Division, it was Pilam Kabela from 7 Dreams who walked away with 2,000 Malangeni. What does Skadi has to say about this award, first player to win the award of the month, and what does he plan for the club? This is Skadi when the crew of Libhola Eswatini did get a moment to get his reaction. Skadi, good to see you. Tell us about your award and why are you doing what you're doing these days?
Ngivusele babukele behlelo lebhola lethu eSwatini namhla entsamba. Kuyinhlokotela enkulu kakhulu kunamhla ukuthi ngiwine le player of the month. Ngicabanga ukuthi ngikusebenzisana nama-teammates ami kungisithe kakhulu kwangisebenzela ukuthi ngibe sethubeni elihle njengoba namhlanje ngibe sengiyathola lo mhlomelo. Ngaphandle kwabo bengingasiko lutho ukuthi ngingayithola le award. Ngicabanga ukuthi kusisitha kakhulu ukuthi ngemisebenzi ehle ehlukahlukene kaseGrabini. Sitane ngebambisana. Alomunye wethu uyochubeka vele because ne-performance esinayo kule season ngicabanga.
Usukela kucala isizini sibone i-hard work yakho nakubuka i-game against i-Green Mamba. Awukabe selfish, you were playing a key role, being a playmaker. Engabe Skali yini wekendile ku pre-season ukuthi i-season yakho maybe singasho ukuthi ibe i-turn around. Kodwa siyakwazi ukuthi when you're on your best, you're on your best. But what was your pre-season like? What did you do during the pre-season? Kuthi tshela ukuthi no, this is my season.
Utheshinjolo nengakhulu silendile nabo coach nabadlali. Ngicabanga ukuthi njengoba ngishona sekucala ukuthi kukudimisela nekutitshela ukuthi wena as a player individual ufuna kwenda yini lo ifisile ukuthi yendeke kuwo. So uma ngabe ufisele nolo boyifisile ngadimisela kwabo konke kubese kuyavela kubese kuba ngileyo party ke mhlawumbe nangabe dingachaza ngoba sonke sethifiso ehlukene but ke ngicabanga ukuthi ngadimisela ukuba sethu kakhulu uyasita umdlalo ukuthi bese konke sekuyaphumelela ngandlela kwenta ngakhona kimi le season.
Club director Mr. Homong likes talking about you as one of the best players that he ever signed. Engabe it's in relationship yakho uyidlala ininzima ukuthatha ukuthi ukuchubeka utimisela.
Angathi ukuthi magama la kahle ngawasebenzisa for yena but ngicabanga ukuthi ube ngokho ngithi sonke sibadlali zayo ngoba nalendase relation yami naye ayisile kahle kakhulu ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi uma ngabe nibantu nivana nikhona ukukhulumisana ngendlela ekahle nithoniphana nathi nalokuthi nisebenza ihlobo lomsebenzi nifuna kwenda yini ngani nifuna kuhamba nifike kuwo. Ngicabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe naye ungibona njengomuntu lo wenda into efana le kuye ngakho mhlawumbe naye ngabe songisela ukuthi ngilolo hlobo lemidlalo alibona ukuthi ngiyile lapha eteamini. So ngicabanga ukuthi naye ngikuba ngembongo naleni kunzima la ehlala lapha eteamini kungakusiki imiphela but wonke umdlalo okhona uyasisita kakhulu uyasilekelela ngawo konke lesikudinga ngakho asiswe lutho nangabe kukhona singakhala kuwo.
Egcineni mhlawumbe nawubuka lani mekhona as a team number 1 13 points singasho ukuthi lithemba yini likhona ukuthi ningayithatha le ngomisha nalokuthi wena personal in terms of goals what's your target this season? Number 1, do you have a chance to win the trophy nawubuka lani mekhona khona? Number 2, what's your target for goals this season?
Ngicabanga ukuthi ku position lesime kuyo siyi-team ikahle kakhulu. Ngicabanga ukuthi with the same performance with the same discipline lesinayo sobadlali nakusebenzisana ke nabo coach nakusebenza kamatimu yonke indlela sebenza kusuka ku-training sessions ngasekhasi groundini. Ngicabanga ukuthi ukhona ngasehlula because sikhombisile kuma-games esiwadlalile manje la-5 ukuthi singakhona ku-challenge for any honor lekhona. So ngicabanga ukuthi sinayo i-chance ukuthi singayiwina asingachubeka sidlala ngandlela dlala ngakhona nangabe kusethelwa kungasiphazamise. Kwesibili ngingabi ngilo mdlalo banayo i-target noma ngingathi le striker lesibanayo le target ukuthi ngifuna 50 noma 100 goals. Ngilo mdlalo othi ngishayela umagoli kulawo mathuba lengatholi. So if ever kuvele 50 ngakhonventa 50 I will be happy with this amount.
Sibona i-partnership yakho namkhweli lesinabakwadi kahle bayikhumbula kumba baneswalo sengabe kufika kwakhe kusithile nalokuthi kuyakwathi ukuthi ustriker lonjani umakuphi i-partnership yenu ekhatse groundini ime kanjani?
Ngicabanga ukuthi kusuka emuva lokudlala kwethu namkhweli lesingabiza ukuthi kuyi-partnership namhla but ke yena ngicabanga ukuthi umuntu lo understanda kakhulu because even nakusolo amagoli bengwashaya ngeke ngathi lokuthi ngifika kuphi nini ukuthi kanjani ngasiphi lesikhathi so i-understanding yami naye vele inhle kakhulu so angikhathali noma ngathiwa yena ukhona bangijabulisa kakhulu nje ukuthi i-team igcine emsanyweni because beside le-experience left back lapha e-teamini and so besiyithini kufika kwakhe kube sekakhona kuze kustabilize lapha especially ku-defense yethu.
Sabero Scalinziniza, the Mbabane Highlanders captain and striker, having a moment with Libhola Eswatini crew. Asichazela ukuthi kutsatsa lo mhlomero wa player of the month lapho khona uhambe ekhaya nemali leng 6000 emalangeni. Usho kuthini kuye yini lafise kuyenda kusachubeka le season? Must we move Pascal and I think to you singasho ukuthi kube fair ukuthi laba mkhethile abe nguye. Amongst the three lesikhulume ngabo. Kufe ukuthi abe nguye lo yiwina le award.
No, kube fair bonke beba deserve but ngicabanga ukuthi isikhalo bese so siyakhuphula because ushayina amagoli amaningi yes Junior Magagula ka striker but ngicabanga ukuthi isikhali onke lama games udlala inzima lenkulu kakhulu ku Mbabane Highlanders lo ibe lapha etulo 13 points ngicabanga ukuthi Fabrice ngicela kushona ukuthi ngiyatichenya ukuthi la ngadlala khona ngisafunza nasikhali udlale khona afunza so ngisho mama Fabrice kimi kungitshela ukuthi
okay Sky wasenhlangano
Skhali okay originally is from Njanini yes
wadlala iRangers
wadlala no iRangers ngikhuluma mina la angisina akafunza okay asengikubaleke ke fa kuma
ngicela ngiyamuva ukuthi sini ufuna ukusitshela ukuthi
listen
home team yakhe
listen
Skhali wadlala khona asikuve master asikuve
ngisho skora sikanzi Skhali bafunza eNjanini
yes
so lama ball games adlalwa ku le branch yaMbulungwane idlala eChendlovu la idlala khona Skhali until even noma solo adlala kumbabona solo zibeka solo afunza eNtshanini la ngadlala khona mina high school yami
ugoalkeeper
nginggoalkeeper khona so ngicaba ukuthi ngiyatichenya lokho ukuthi ishiselweni ikhona le ku producer one of ema legends kubhola yakithi eSwatini
so ngumkhaya lokho
no ungumkhaya vele
manje angizange ngiva nibitana bomkhaya
siyabitana
They have it. That is Linda Flamini. Now we've rushed to the M10 Premier League fixture over the weekend. Master, these are the games for the weekend, Saturday. Now, however, you have to know that Christmas is around the corner, but M10 Premier League games are still on the course. King Sobuza Memorial, the second stadium in Nhlangano, where Mbabane Swallows currently these days they are playing a lot of games against Milling Hospitals. Master, what can you tell me about the game?
Milling Hospitals uyihambelini nezenani kahle kule season lena la season bayicala kahle but this season khona letinvo letingahambi kahle nakhona lapho kusadzinga ukuthi sisonzele siyofufutha ukuthi ingabe yini kangaka ku Milling Hospitals bayadlala neMbabane Swallows enhlangano le iyathola iwin enhlangano iMbabane Swallows ngeweekend ngicabanga ukuthi itayiwina le game le
Denver Sundowns against Vovovo Basemavuso Sports Center sikhuluma ngelanga le mcibero master against Vovovo Denver Sundowns khona labanganika kona coach lomusha waseZimbabwe simbonile against over the weekend what's your take?
Yeah, iSundowns ngendlela ledlala ngayo enhlangano against iRangers ngicabanga siyadlala kahle kakhulu on Friday iVovovo njengoba ngasho ngathi idinenge nakhona tinvo coach lasazama Caleb Ngwenya lasazama ukutihlanganisa itaba tough le game le iVovovo itayiwina.
All right. Now talking about Mavuso Sports Center, there's going to be a double header because that game between Sundowns and Vovovo is going to kick off exactly at 12:30. That is at 12:30 p.m. Talk about Mavuso Sports Center. Then later on 3 p.m. Log leaders Mbabane Highlanders visit Manzini Sibets. It's a tough war between Musi Tabetse and Scalinziniza on the day, Master. What's the game to you? What are you reading to that game? Can Mbabane Highlanders extend their lead to where they are now?
Kunakule ngakubona inhlangano esibhetsi nedlala nembabane Swallows ngicabanga ukuthi yaba nawo lamaphutha more especially ku defense but naba attacker the two lapha phambili lokungumthokozisi naye emuzi ngicabanga ukuthi badlala kahle kakhulu but imbabane Highlanders kule ma mistakes laba wendawo kule defense yawo nawubuka ngala ukuthi kunasikhali ngicabanga ukuthi uyabanika i chance imbabane Highlanders etayiwina.
All right, according to Dlamini, they're going to extend their lead to 16 points. Let's head to Mayaluga Stadium where Monene Pirates visit Tambuti. Quite Monene Pirates, Dlamini should say so. On the day ubugama surprises would see angabakona in na ubuga nje Tambuti would see maybe Monene Pirates singasho ukuthi ma trips ikakhuluka kulamana ngayabehlula, but what's your take on this game against Tambuti?
Nayo lama teams lawa ngicabanga ukuthi Monene Pirates uyakhumbula Fabrice nasiyibukela kalanga coach Gcina ngicabanga ukuthi nakhona usazama ukuthola badlali abakahle. Yes bakhona abadlali la ku Midfield abanjengabo uMpendulo le ngicabanga ukuthi is a future star but away Mayaluga against Tambuti ngicabanga ukuthi I draw taba I draw.
All right, a tough match. To many, it has a story. To those who play for the team and to those who work for the team, this is one of the biggest fixture that when they're in the field of play, singasho ukuthi master abaphathi bayabachela ukuthi it's a do or die. Green Mamba, Royal Leopard. Ngeke udlale Leopard uvume ukuthi Green Mamba ikuhle. Ngeke udlale Green Mamba uvume ukuthi Leopard ikuhle. Kunemithetho yasemsebenzini. Ukuthi hayi man. Competition wise though.
Yeah.
Ukuthi laba ngeke basihle. Base Prince of Wales.
nginenkinga nalenzawo labadlalela kuyo kanti this is a big game.
Yes.
I deserve lokudlalela isitike ku pitch lencane kangaka but ngicabanga ukuthi ngendlela ledlala ngayo I Royal Leopard iyayivuma natural turf I Prince of Wales yona I Royal Leopard. Green Mamba ngiyibukele nayidlala nembabona Highlanders enhlangano if batawenda lawo ma mistakes lawo I Royal Leopard ngawashala amagoli washayile imbabona Highlanders enhlangano lo 4 goals.
Newly promoted Rangers, they are at Tabangulu. They are playing Kellys. What's your take on Rangers? Could we see some surprises from them?
I doubt. Nabo ngayibukela igame yabo against Denver Sundowns enhlangano ngalesihlanu ngicabanga ukuthi kukhona laba sebathuke khona ngathi abadlali bathuswe yini kuthi ngakuthi bahlale nabo phasi bake babachazele ngicabanga ukuthi kuyadlala eThabankulu against iKellys ngicabanga ukuthi kuthi abangumqansa for iRangers itayiwini iKellys.
They have it. That is all we had for you this evening on Libhola Eswatini. Dlamini, we're leaving one question to you. Who was the coach of the month? To you. This is to you, not to outside.
Ernest Mavuso, without a doubt.
Babane Highlanders coach Ernest Mavuso.
Yes.
We've asked and we've been answered. That is Linda Dlamini. Nguvalelise Ngosi. Kube kuhle kuba nawe Ngosi.
Kubonga mina Fabrice ngibonga kakhulu emalwelo viewers.
They have it. That is in that. I mean, of course, do stay tuned because other programs will follow on Eswatini TV. Otherwise, you and I in that, I mean, we'll catch again on Monday during Temil where we'll look at some of the activities that will be taking place over the weekend. But next week, Thursday, Libhola Eswatini continues. Otherwise, for me, Linda, I mean, the entire crew that brought you this program. Silvera Kamnans.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, to feel the rush of life overwhelm you, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. You ask, and we give you the royal experience. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. There are but a few places on earth so special, so unique, and so spectacular, where it becomes the rite of passage for the ambitious travelers, the courageous souls, to all have the one and only royal experience. That day when you look deep into your heart and leap into an ancient world so very different from your own, where magic, beauty, and love are shared forever, then you will have a royal experience. There is just one place on earth where the people make you feel a part of their kingdom, where you just might volunteer to awaken spirits